Coming up on the Raiders Report, is Le'Veon Bell a perfect fit for the Raiders? That's if the dude can even fit through the door. Will the Raiders trade Derek Carr to the Jacksonville Jaguars? Find out a little bit later on. And then AB to the Oakland Raiders. Oh, man. How many Chucky heads am I going to give this rumor? Coming up on the Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, brought to you by BetDSI. And I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. Interact with me on Instagram and Twitter at MitchellRenz365. And make sure you guys subscribe below to youtube.com/Raiders Report. Humble brag, #1 Raiders channel on YouTube. First rumor coming up here on the board, 2 more seasons in Oakland. This one, though, only one Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. Am I the only one that's just kind of already sick and tired of hearing Raiders, Oakland, what's going on in 2019, 2020? Well, here's the thing. There's a report, according to San Francisco Chronicle, that the Raiders could stay in Oakland for 2 more seasons, not just 1. We ain't talking about practice. We're talking about 2 more seasons. Here's the thing. Apparently, they've already agreed to a $7.5 million deal for the 2019 season, and it could be a $10.5 million for the following season. Now, here's the thing. The only way the Raiders are playing in 2020 in Oakland is if the stadium in Las Vegas isn't ready. And I'm telling you right now, if the Vegas stadium isn't ready in 2020, I'm going to lose my mind because of all the BS that we're putting up with right now. I want to know where the Raiders are playing in 2019, and I want to know what's going on in 2020, and I want to know from everybody watching the show, would you want the Raiders to play in Oakland in 2020? I get the idea that the Raiders started, or the Raiders are in Oakland, and a bunch of you guys are diehard Raider fans. But at this point, it's a breakup in 2019 in Oakland. I want to move on. I want to move on to the better location in Vegas. That place looks really, really pretty. So I want to know from everybody watching, type Y for yes or type N for no. I want to give a shout out to some loyal subscribers, Tony Chambers. Tony, if you watch the show, you know that I'm going to give you a picture. So make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. And it's a little bit of a backhanded compliment, I guess. How is this channel so small? Hey, you know what I heard? Sometimes it's not all about the length or the girth. But this channel, high quality. Very, very high quality. But Tony, I'm going to hook you up with a picture here, my man. I don't know. It's kind of a weird picture if you ask me. So, Tony, get a picture. And also, tell your friends to subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report, because trying to grow. Mike Lee, what's up, my man? Shout out to you for subscribing. You the man, Mitch. Mike Lee, you the man. Playboy, FRP, my dude, what's going on? This man drinking on the strip. Love this vid. And for those of you that missed it, this is the strip. I got it right here. Caesars, what's going on? Somebody asked, am I going to continue doing the show in 2020 when they move to Vegas? Hell yeah, I'm going to keep doing the show. And guess what? You guys want to see some boobs? I got you. All right, this man drinking on. I like to have fun. Make sure you guys subscribe below, youtube.com/Raiders Report. Let's get in now to my next rumor. Derek Carr wants to play the LA Lakers. Yeah, I think Derek Carr just wants to ball. This one's for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Literally last summer, I put out a video about Derek Carr. If the Raiders would form a 5-player team to take on the Warriors, Derek Carr threw me a quote tweet. I think Carr just wants to flat out ball. And he's a lifelong Lakers fan, which I think is pretty cool. So check down. They tweeted out basically, put up your starting 5 to play the Lakers. And Carr ended up quote tweeting it and put out his starting 5. So I wanted to have, a little bit of fun here because I think it's awesome when professional athletes interact with other media companies on social media because guess what? We like to have fun on here, and best part about interaction and shows is when even professional athletes do it. So I wanted to have a little bit of fun. I saw Derek Carr's starting 5, and I wanted to know how they would do maybe against the Los Angeles Lakers starting 5. And so here it is. Here was the team that Derek Carr put together. He said a point guard, he wants Carr. Amari Cooper at shooting guard. Another teammate, Devontae Adams in college at small forward. Latavius Murray at power forward. And then at center, Khalil Mack. And then here's the LA Lakers starting roster. But I want to know from everybody watching, I want you to comment below, what do you think the score would be? If they played 4 quarters, Carr's team against the LA Lakers, what do you think the score would be? I think it would be fun to watch. I would straight up pay to see LeBron James on the same court with Derek Carr and all these other players. And I think it's also interesting that Carr puts Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack on his team. Pretty interesting if you ask me. And then also their 6th man is Rod Streeter, and coach is Jones, and his Twitter handle is 89Jones NTAF, and I can't think of his name right now. It's escaping me. It's driving me nuts. James Jones, that's it. All good. All good. All right, let's get into my next rumor now. We'll get a little bit more serious. Le'Veon Bell. You saw this one when I was talking about it coming up on the Raiders Report. Is he a perfect fit with the Raiders? Guess what I'm going to say? Tuck rule, tuck that. And I've kind of been on the outside of the fence here on Le'Veon Bell. But after this latest report around Bell, no, I don't want the Raiders to go out and get Le'Veon Bell. Now, Matt Miller, who I respect, disagrees with me. He thinks that Le'Veon Bell is the perfect fit for the Raiders. And he's going to hit free agency. I get it. Here's the thing. A report that I talked about yesterday on NFL Daily, Le'Veon Bell is reportedly 260 pounds, okay? He was 225 at the start of 2018. Why does that scare me so much? When you take a year off, you're going to put on that much weight, and you want to get paid like an elite running back? Please, Le'Veon, get out of here. And I get what he did the last 4 years. Great. 2017, in shape. All these years, he's in NFL shape. Again, he's in great regular person shape. He's not in NFL shape at 260 pounds. He wasn't even that heavy when he played at Michigan State. Like, Le'Veon, I think you're an incredible athlete. I think you're a great football player. But if you want to get paid like some of these running backs, you better get your ass in shape. You want to get paid Todd Gurley, David Johnson kind of money? Because that's what you want. You better get your ass in shape. I'm not paying a 260-pound running back $14.4 million. And there's reports where he wants $50 million guaranteed. A 260-pound Le'Veon Bell does not deserve more money than Todd Gurley. Sorry. Healthy Todd Gurley? Now, the Todd Gurley that we saw in the playoffs that Sean McVay didn't pay, I don't even know if he deserves $45 million. But when I think about it, Le'Veon Bell to the Oakland Raiders, there's way too many needs that the Raiders have right now to spend money on a 26-year-old running back who I don't even know is 100% dedicated. And I saw last year he was more about me than team. And the way that I see this Raiders team going, if they want to be successful, guess what? I'm going to say it. Got to invest. Got to invest, and I don't know if Le'Veon Bell is going to. Something that you guys need to invest in is BetDSI. Use my promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. Go to chatsports.com/bet, and when you use that promo code, my mistake, Raiders120, 120% deposit bonus. You put down $100, get $120 for free. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I can help you walk through the process. Let's get now to my back three rumors. Kyler Murray. Is the Kyler Murray draft love a bit of a bluff? Now, I don't know if Gruden plays poker, and to be honest, I don't really play poker. But I'm looking at quotes. I'm looking at other things that coaches are saying. I'm looking at what Mike Mayock and Gruden are all saying. And personally, I'm looking at it, and this one's three Chucky heads to me. I think it's a bluff. Now, I think in terms of, do they actually like Kyler Murray as a prospect? Yes. I 100% think John Gruden and Mike Mayock like Kyler Murray as a prospect because I think that they actually understand that Kyler Murray is really special. Here's the thing. Gruden's already come out and said that he no longer thinks quarterbacks have to be tall, which I love. But here's the other thing, okay? I've seen what the Raiders have done. They've invested in Derek Carr, okay? When you invest $19.9 million in Derek Carr, to me, that tells me that you're going to entrust Derek Carr for this year. You're going to entrust your team in this year, and Mike Mayock kind of hinted at trading back at the Senior Bowl. So this was his exact quote. If you have a cluster of guys at number 4 that you want and you don't like them, you probably need to get out. Why take a guy you don't love? But for the most part, if you can move down and pick up extra picks, that's a good thing too. When I look at what Mike Mayock and what John Gruden they're all saying, I think that they like Kyler Murray, but they're trying to sell Kyler Murray. They're trying to sell other teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars, like the Giants, like all these other very quarterback-needy teams that we love this kid. And I think that they do actually love this kid. But you know what they like more? The draft picks. They want more draft picks, and I think that's the rumor around this. Are they actually going to draft Kyler because they love him? No. But maybe, just maybe, they're trying to get extra picks. But I want to know from everybody watching, because you know the show isn't about me, it's about y'all. Will the Raiders draft Kyler Murray? I want you to type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. I kind of already gave my answer. If you think that if you think they're going to draft Kyler Murray, tweet at me or hit me up on IG. Give me a solid reason. If I like it enough, I'll throw you a retweet. So I have a question, okay? Would you want to go to a Raiders game with me? I don't know if you guys know this or follow me on IG, but I was able to go to a Bears game because I had a bunch of fans sign up here at Chat Sports for BetDSI, okay? So in the future, we may be doing a nice little giveaway, hint, hint. But would you want to go to a Raiders game with me? I want you to type B for believe it, baby, or T for tuck rule, tuck that. And another reason why I'm asking is because, Kevin, I'm looking at you. I saw this comment. So, Kevin, Mitch, I would get you opening day tickets in Vegas 2020. Kevin, if this is a legitimate offer, okay, I will 100% go to this game with you, okay? And also, I need you to do me a little favor. We got to update that picture because this picture, I Googled it, it's a little creepy, and I'm worried if we go to this game, if we'll even get in. So please, make a picture, and if you want to take me to the game, opening day, Vegas 2020, this offer is on the table for anyone, by the way. Take me, I'm going. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. We can arrange it. I'll buy the first few rounds of drinks if you're paying for the tickets. My next rumor coming around, Derek Carr. And is he going to get traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars? And I get it, all right? I get that you guys are like, Mitch, quit talking about Derek Carr trade rumors. Well, guess what? As long as they come out every single day, for Chucky Heads Believe, baby, it's going to be on the show. But in terms of Derek Carr to the Jags, one Chucky Head, and I think it's a small shred of truth, all right? Now, I'm not going to be able to count out everything, because they at least make some valid points in this argument here by Fox Sports. Now, Dan Patrick came out and straight up said that if he was the Raiders, he would trade Derek Carr to the Jacksonville Jaguars and then take Kyler Murray. But he would only take Kyler Murray is if the Raiders were 100% sold on him, okay? Now, I've looked at other reports, and the Jags, to me, they want to trade up and get Dwayne Haskins. So the rumor is originally around them trading basically straight up Derek Carr for a first-round pick. So the Jags have pick 7, okay? So the Jags have pick 7, and then the Raiders are sitting there at pick 4. If they just send Derek Carr to the Raiders, they still get to keep their first pick and then also get pick 7. So that's how the one proposed Derek Carr trade was around. And then there's also another one. This is another one that's been floated out there a little bit, but I want to know which one you guys like more. So this is another one, which this one's a little bit tougher to sell for me. So Jalen Ramsey and the first-round pick for Derek Carr and the first-round pick. I know you guys like Carr a lot, but this one would be really interesting. I absolutely love Jalen Ramsey. You put Garyon Conley and Jalen Ramsey side by side, guys, I'm just saying, I don't know. That one's at least a little bit intriguing, but I want to know from everybody watching the show, should the Raiders trade Derek Carr? Now, I want you to think about it more, not just, are we going to trade him for, a bunch of hobos and Mitchell Renz? Is it the trade graphics that I showed you before? Tell me which one you like more. So should the Raiders trade Derek Carr? I want you to type HN for hell no, or HY for hell yeah. I'm saying hell yeah to Mizzen+Main for making all the dudes here at Chat Sports looking, I think, pretty damn good. Comfortable.af is a website, and if you don't know why it's comfortable.af, that means you haven't even wore the dress shirt, or you've never gone before, because they're the best damn dress shirts you'll ever buy. They make me the best closer here in Dallas, and yeah, that's a baseball reference. All good. Swinging for the fences. Next rumor here. Trading for Antonio Brown. I hinted at it a little bit in my intro. This one's actually starting to heat up, and I actually can't quite believe it, but I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky Heads, and people are talking, and there's just more and more reports coming out that this is like legitimate, okay? So, former Redskins general manager came out and said that he seems to think that the Raiders are going to get Antonio Brown. And then also on Monday, Albert Breer said that he thinks AB is going to be a Raider. Now, the argument that they're using is if AB comes to Oakland, okay, if he comes to Oakland, this is showing Derek Carr that they are 100% invested in him. And if the Raiders are truly invested in Derek Carr, yeah, adding a really talented wide receiver like Antonio Brown is a great way to do it. And one of the ways that I think AB can really help out this team is he's just been dominant, and especially in the red zone. Now, I get it. Like, there's different areas in the field where I think Carr has struggled. I think we can all agree that Carr really struggled in the red zone last year. But you add a wide receiver like AB who led the NFL in receiving touchdowns, also a career high at 15. Hey, man, I'm starting to really, really like where this is going. And I just ultimately think about Carr and his contract and everything that's going to kind of happen. And if you're telling me right now that Derek Carr is the future, well, guess what? I'm looking at this money on the board here. He's going to make $22.5 million, okay, this upcoming year. And if they cut him, it's $27.4. Now, here's the thing, okay? If they cut him next year, it's only going to cost them $5 million. So if the Raiders are like, we need to see what we got in Derek Carr, what's a really easy way to see what you got in Derek Carr? You want to surround him with talent? Antonio Brown is an easy way to surround him in talent. So 2019, you're saying, hey, we need to figure it out because in 2020, we're going big or going home because there's a lot of really good quarterbacks in that draft. I'm just saying, you bring Antonio Brown in, and if Derek Carr still can't produce with AB, maybe it's time to move on from Antonio Brown. But AB had 15 touchdowns last year, career high. But I want to know from everybody watching, all right? You guys know that I'm a fantasy football junkie, but I'm really want to know what this one is, all right? So how many touchdowns would AB score with the Raiders in 2019? I want you to comment below. Hit me up on IG or Twitter at MitchellRenz365 if you want to know what I think. And make sure you guys subscribe to the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube, youtube.com/RaidersReport. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.